Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to another English translation of the Quran. In this video, I'll be translating Surah Al-Araf. So let's just get started. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Alif Lam Mim Sad. This book is revealed to you. Let there be no discomfort in your heart about it, so that you may thereby warn the unbelievers and remind the believers. Say, O people, follow what has been brought down to you from your Rabb, and do not follow other patrons beside him. Yet little do you take admonition. How many towns have we destroyed for their sins? Our scourge took them all of a sudden at night, or while they were taking their afternoon rest. And when our scourge fell upon them, their only cry was, "We have indeed been wrongdoers. On the day of judgment, we shall question those to whom Rasuls were sent, and we shall also question the Rasuls about our message and its response. Then we shall tell their whole story as an eyewitness, for we were never absent at any time or from any place. On that day the scale of justice shall be established. Those whose scale of good deeds will be heavy, they are the ones who will attain facility, and those whose scale is light, they shall find themselves in loss, for they had done injustice to our revelations. We are the one who established you on earth and provided you means of your sustenance therein. Yet little it is that you pay thanks. Indeed, we created you, then we fashioned you, then we asked the angels, "Prostrate yourselves before Adam." They all prostrated accordingly, except Iblis, who did not join those who prostrated. Allah said, "What prevented you from prostrating when I commanded you?" He replied, "I am better than he. You created me from fire and him from clay." Allah said, "Get down from here. You have no right to brag here of your superiority. Get out. Henceforth you are of the petty ones." Shaitan requested, "Give me respite till the day of resurrection." Allah said, "The respite you requested is hereby granted." Shaitan said, "Since you let me deviate, now I will lie in ambush for mankind on your right way. I will come upon them from their front, from their rear, from their right, and from their left, and you will not find most of them grateful to you." Allah said, "Get out from here, despicable and outcast. I will certainly fill hell with you and all of them who follow you." Allah said, "O Adam, dwell with your wife in paradise and eat any fruit you please, but never approach this tree, or you shall both become wrongdoers." But Shaitan tempted them, so that he might reveal to them the private parts of their bodies which they had never seen before. He told them, "Your Rabb has forbidden you to approach this tree, only to prevent you from becoming angels or immortals." And he swore to them both, "I am your sincere adviser." Thus he cunningly seduced them, and when they ate from the tree, their shame became visible to them, and they began to cover themselves with the leaves of the garden. Then their Rabb called out to them, "Did I not forbid you to approach that tree? And did I not warn you that Shaitan was your open enemy?" They both replied, "Our Rabb, we have wronged our souls. If you do not forgive us and have mercy on us, we shall certainly be of the losers." Allah said, "Go down. Some of you are the enemy of others. The earth will be your dwelling place and your means of livelihood for a fixed term." He further said, "Therein you shall live, therein you shall die, and therefrom you shall be raised to life on the day of resurrection. O children of Adam, we have sent down to you clothing to cover your nakedness and as an adornment. However, the best clothing is the clothing of piety. This is one of Allah's revelations, so that the people may learn a lesson. O children of Adam, let not Shaitan seduce you in the same manner as he seduced your parents out of paradise, through stripping them of their clothing in order to expose their nakedness. He and his tribe can see you from where you cannot see them. We have made the Shaitans allies to those who do not believe. Whenever they commit a shameful deed, they say, 'We found our forefathers doing this, and Allah Himself has commanded us to do so.' Tell them, 'Nay, Allah never commands what is shameful.' Do you attribute to Allah something about which you have no knowledge? O Muhammad, say to them, my Rabb has commanded justice, and that you set your faces in the right direction at the time of every prayer, and call on Him with true devotion. You shall return to Him as He created you in the beginning. One group He has guided, while the other group deserve to be left in error due to their own choice. For they took the shaitans for their protectors instead of Allah, yet they think that they are rightly guided. O children of Adam, put on your adornment when you attend your masjid at the time of every prayer. Eat and drink, but do not be extravagant. Surely He does not love the extravagant. O Muhammad, ask them, who has forbidden you to wear decent clothes or to eat the food which Allah has provided for His devotees? Say, all these things are for the enjoyment of believers in the life of this world, though shared by others, but these shall be exclusively theirs on the day of resurrection. Thus do we make our revelations clear for those who have knowledge. Say, my Rabb has forbidden all indecencies, whether open or secret, sin and rebellion against justice, committing shirk with Allah, for which he has granted no sanction, and saying things about Allah of which you have no knowledge. For every nation there is a fixed term. When their term expires, it can neither be delayed for a moment, nor can it be made to come early. O children of Adam, whenever there come to you Rasuls from among you, and recite to you my revelations, those who will become righteous and mend their ways will have nothing to fear or to grieve. But those who deny our revelations and treat them with arrogance shall be the inmates of hellfire, to lie therein forever. Who can be more unjust than the one who invents a lie against Allah or rejects his revelations? Such people will have their destined portion from the book, what was written for them to receive during their life on earth, until when our messengers arrive to take away their souls. They will ask, where are those gods whom you used to invoke besides Allah? They will reply, they have forsaken us, and they will bear witness against themselves that they were indeed kuffar, unbelievers. Allah will say, enter the fire and join the nations of jinns and men who have gone before you. As each nation will enter hell, it will curse its preceding sister till all are gathered there. The last of them will say about the first one, "Ah, Rabb, these have led us astray. Therefore give them double punishment of the fire." He will answer, there will be double for all. Although you may not know because of being predecessor or successor in sin and aggression, then the first will say to the last, if we were to blame, you two were no better than us. Now taste the punishment of your misdeeds. Surely the gates of heaven will not be opened for those who deny our revelations and treat them with arrogance. Their admission into paradise will be as impossible as the passing of a camel through the eye of a needle. That is how we shall reward the criminals. Hell shall be their bed, and flames shall be their covering. That is how we shall reward the wrongdoers. As for those who believe and do good deeds, we never burden a soul with more than it can bear. They are worthy of paradise, wherein they will live forever. We shall remove whatever ill feeling they may have in their hearts against one another. Rivers will be flowing beneath them, and they will say, praise be to Allah, who guided us this way. We would have never found the right way if Allah had not guided us. The Rasuls of our Rabb have surely preached us the truth. At that time they will hear the announcement, this is paradise which you have inherited because of your good deeds. The residents of paradise will call out to the inmates of the hellfire, we have indeed found out the promises of our Rabb to be true. Have you also found the promise of your Rabb to be true? Yes, they will answer, and a herald in between them will proclaim, "The curse of Allah be upon those wrongdoers who hindered other people from the way of Allah and sought to make it crooked, and who did not believe in the hereafter. Between the two there shall be a veil, and on the Araf heights there will be people who will recognize them by their features. They will call out to the residents of paradise, 'Peace be upon you.' They will not yet have entered it, though they will have the hope. When their eyes will be turned towards the inmates of hellfire, they will say, 'Our Rabb, do not cast us among these wrongdoers.' The people of the A'raf will call to certain men, famous personalities from among the inmates of hell, whom they will recognize by their features, and say, 'Have you found out that neither your riches nor your arrogant pride have availed you? Are these residents of paradise not the same people about whom you swore that Allah will never bestow His mercy on them? Today the same people are being welcomed with the words, 'Enter paradise. You have nothing to fear or to grieve.' Then the inmates of the fire will cry out to the residents of paradise, 'Give us some water or some of the food which Allah has provided you.' They will reply, 'Allah has prohibited both of these things to the unbelievers who took their religion to be mere amusement and play, and were deceived by their earthly life. Allah will say, Today we will forget them as they forgot the meaning of this day and rejected our revelations. For we have certainly brought them a book which we have detailed with knowledge, a guidance and blessing for the true believers. Now are they waiting for its fulfillment? Day of Judgment. On the day when it is fulfilled, those who have disregarded it will say, Indeed the Rasuls of our Rabb had come with the truth. Are there any intercessors now who could intercede on our behalf? Or could we be sent back so that we would not do as we have done before? In fact, they would have lost their souls, and the things they have invented will leave them in the lurch. Surely your Rabb is Allah who created the heavens and the earth in 6 yawms, and then established himself on the throne in a manner that suits his majesty. He makes the night cover the day, and the day follow the night in rapid succession. He created the sun, the moon, and the stars, and made them subservient to his will. Take a note. His is the creation, and his is the command. Blessed be Allah, the Rabb of the worlds. Call on your Rabb with humility and in private, for he does not love the transgressors. not to create mischief in the land after it has been set in order. Pray to him in humility and privacy. Surely the mercy of Allah is always close to the doers of good. He is the one who sends the winds bearing good news of his blessings. So when they lift up heavy clouds, we drive them along to a dead land and make the rain fall upon it and bring forth all kinds of fruits from the same dead land. Likewise, we will raise the dead to life. This example is given so that you may learn a lesson from this observation. The good soil yields rich produce by the permission of Allah, and barren soil yields nothing but poor produce. Thus do we explain our revelations over and over again for those who pay thanks. Indeed, we sent Noah to his people, and he said, O my people, worship Allah. You have no God but He. If you do not listen to what I say, I fear for you the punishment of a mighty day. The chiefs of his people said, Surely we see that you are in evident error. He replied, O my people, I am not in error. On the contrary, I am a Rasul from the Rabb of the worlds. I am appointed to deliver the message of my Rabb and give you friendly advice. For I know from Allah something that you do not know. Do you wonder that there has come to you a message from your Rabb through a man from among yourselves to warn you, so that you may fear Allah in order to receive His mercy? But they denied Him. As a result, we saved him and all who were with him in the ark, and drowned those who denied our revelations. Surely they were a blind people. To the people of Ad, we sent their brother Hud, who said, O my people, worship Allah. You have no God but He. Will you not fear Him? The chiefs of his people who denied his message said, We can see that you are foolish, and we think that you are lying. He replied, O my people, I am not foolish. On the contrary, I am Rasul from the Rabb of the worlds. I am conveying the message of my Rabb to you, and I am an honest advisor to you. Do you wonder that a reminder from your Rabb has come to you through one of your own men to warn you? Remember that He made you successors after the people of Noah and gave you a tall and strong stature as compared to other people. Therefore, remember the favors that you have received from Allah, so that you may prosper. They replied, Have you come to us with the demand that we should worship Allah alone and give up those whom our forefathers used to worship? Well, bring us what you are threatening us with, if what you say is true. Hud said, You have already incurred the blight and wrath of your Rabb. Would you dispute with me about mere so, then wait for the decision of Allah. I too will wait with you. We saved him and his companions by our mercy, and we cut off the roots of those who denied our revelations and did not become believers. To the people of Thamud we sent their brother Saleh, who said, O my people, worship Allah. You have no other God but He. Now a clear proof has come to you from your Rabb. Here is Allah's she-camel as a sign for you. Therefore, leave her alone to pasture on Allah's land, and do not touch her with bad intentions, lest you incur a painful punishment. Remember how you were made the heirs of Ad and settled in the land, capable of building mansions in the valleys and carving out homes in the mountains. Therefore, remember the favours of Allah and do not spread mischief in the land. The arrogant leaders from his people asked the oppressed among them who had believed, do you really believe that Saleh is a Rasul from his Rabb? They replied, we do indeed believe in the revelation with which he has been sent. The arrogant who considered themselves superior said, we deny all that you believe in. Then they hamstrung the she-camel, defied the commandment of their Rabb, and challenged Saleh, saying, bring down the scourge you have threatened us with, if you truly are one of the Rasuls. Thereupon an earthquake overtook them, and they became lifeless bodies in their homes, with their faces down. Saleh left them, saying, O my people, I did indeed convey to you the message of my Rabb, and gave you sincere advice, but you did not love sincere advisers. We also sent Lut, who said to his people, will you do such indecent acts as no one else in the world has committed before you? You satisfy your lust with men instead of women. Indeed, you are a people who have transgressed beyond bounds. His people had no answer but to say, drive them out of your town. These people want to keep themselves pure. So we saved him and his family, except his wife, who was those who lagged behind. We rained upon them a rain of stones, and everyone was killed. See what was the outcome for such criminals. To Madian we sent their brother Shuaib, who said, O my people, worship Allah. You have no God but He. A clear guidance has come to you from your Rabb. Give just measure and wait. Do not undersell others in their goods, and do not create mischief in the land after it has been set in order. This is better for you if you are true believers. says, "Do not sit in ambush on every road to threaten people and hinder from the way of Allah those who believe in Him, seeking to make His way crooked. Remember how He multiplied you when you were few in number, and see what was the end of the mischief makers of prior nations. If there are some among you who believe in the message with which I have been sent, and others who disbelieve in it, then be patient until Allah judges between us, for He is the best of all judges." That was part 1 of Surah Al-A'raf, and inshallah in the next video we will be doing part 2, so make sure to subscribe to stay tuned for that one, and I will see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.